Welcome to Garage Talk. As always, I'm Conrad. Let's go.
I'm Ted. Time to rock and roll.
Hey, Teddy. Today in the garage, we have with us
Josh Dakin.
All right.
What's up?
What's up, man? You got a standing ovation
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
brother. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Good.
Enjoying summer, trying to at least.
Yeah.
Was you on the links today?
Actually, not. I've not played golf. I've only played 3 times this year.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
I'm slacking.
Uh-oh. We can't have that.
I know. I got to get out there and play.
We do have to welcome you back to Mississinewa.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad to be back. It's a lot of fun. I've had so much fun here in the first, month back. So I'm really excited to get it rolling.
You came in repping too, man.
I did. Yeah, I
Okay.
got to. Yeah.
I love the M, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
We even had an Oak Hill boy with the Mississinewa shirt on a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
We thought he lost a bet. But
Oh.
It's Marky Severe. Shout out
Marky,
Severe.
yeah.
I came in here wearing a big old Indian head on his chest.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's been happening, man? Tell everybody what's going on, because you just recently came back, right?
Yeah, I've had a pretty crazy ride to get here, I started here, student teaching, and then after that, I worked in the Indian Academy with Lenny Peters for a while, and then things didn't work out basketball-wise and just was looking for a fresh start, so I went to Garrett for a year.
he was a railroader, right?
I was a railroader. I was the varsity assistant basketball coach up there and taught freshman history, and then I came back to Eastbrook last year and taught 7th grade history and was varsity assistant basketball coach, and now I'm back at Mississinewa and be coaching some volleyball and some basketball. So really excited
Really?
to be back here. Yeah,
Man, I know bump, set, dig.
yeah, that's right.
Is that what I got to know?
I always say bump, set, spike it.
Oh, yeah.
Dig it too. That's fine. That works.
You want me to set you up for some kills, man?
Yeah,
I'm not that tall. I
absolutely.
can't jump over that net, man. So,
I can't either.
Where's Kayla Jump when you need her?
I know.
Yeah,
Where
no
is
joke.
she? Yeah.
It's her anniversary today. Happy anniversary.
Happy
Wow.
anniversary, Kayla Jump.
Congratulations.
You guys over there know how to do it, but we're getting ready to come up, right?
That's right. Yeah,
We're
got
coming up.
a pretty good looking team here this summer. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Please tell me they're tall. No.
No, not a ton of length, but
Okay.
very athletic.
That
so
right there.
It makes up for it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
important. It's
Yeah.
important. So are you spending a lot of time this summer down at that white building getting some training done with those girls, some weight training?
Yeah, we have been, 5 days a week. Well, 4 days because we don't go on
Yeah.
Friday.
Right.
But yeah, girls are in the morning, boys are in the morning. So it's been Tuesdays and Thursdays. My day's booked until 1. So
Nice.
we get at it pretty hard in the weight room and on the court. So yeah.
Yeah. So now that you have this time off, how do you prepare for the upcoming volleyball season?
Well,
What's that look like?
There's a lot because I've never done it. It's all new to me. They asked me to take a leap of faith, and I'm willing to take a leap here and learn how to do it. So it's been a lot of hours watching film, trying to learn the basics. I mean, I know the basics because we've announced it in the past, but just really kind of getting down to the X's and O's. It's been a lot of preparation. We've had a lot of long days in the gym, a lot of long conversations afterwards with Coach Ditmar and Coach Smith. So it's just trying to build on each open gym and each practice. In the month of June, it's kind of short. Where it's just open gyms, get in there, play, get in there, work on some drills. And then in July is when we're really going to hit it hard. We're playing at Alexandria, at Wabash, and we got a couple others on the schedule. So really it's just trying to build on top of each other here. We're starting with the foundation. We've got a good group of girls, super athletic. We're very competitive last year. So the idea is we're just kind of coming in with a clean slate and going to try to make things mesh well here to have a chance to compete for a conference. And really, I think the goal this year would be a sectional championship. So I think that we are in good shape to really compete this year. So,
Man, I really like that.
yeah.
You gotta lay it out for these ladies. That's the goal. That's the expectation. Is it reachable? Is it obtainable?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think when we really talk about it, you return so much from last year on a team that finished second in the conference. I mean, in Frankton, they graduated a ton. Oak Hill, they graduated a ton. You know, the conference is very open, and I think we have the most probably well-returned and well-oiled roster. So I think those goals are really obtainable. And we've also added a couple tournaments to the schedule that are going to be tougher, if you will, to prepare us for that sectional. We added Southwood in their tournament, which, of course, they're defending 1A state champs.
Yep.
So they're one of the best teams I've ever seen play, by the way. I mean, we announced a couple of their games, Dalton and I was so impressed with how well they're coached and, you know, just how good they are. So that's really going to set us apart, I think, when it comes to tournament time playing great competition.
Do you think that spending time as a commentator has kind of given you a leg up, you know, looking down from behind that desk and seeing the athletes and the game plans being initiated and followed through?
Yeah, I think from the volleyball perspective especially, like I said, I'm new to it, so just picking up what I've learned from other coaches, you know, getting to talk to Coach from Southwood, Coach Jump, you know, you get all these different comments and thoughts as you're going through post-game interviews and pre-game and stuff behind the scenes. I think that really helps you prepare for like what it would be like if you were to actually be the one in charge calling the shots.
Yep.
So I think that I've learned a ton that way. Really, I mean, I think the best way to learn is to be thrown into the fire and figure it out, right?
Yep.
And I think that with announcing and now being thrown into that, I think I'm going to be better equipped if I, you know, as if I was announcing compared to not. So I think
Yeah.
that does help for sure.
So Josh was kind of like the J.J. Redick of today. About to become the Lakers coach.
Yeah.
Which, you know, he did have a professional career.
That's right.
Before
I was
he
not
went
a-
into announcing, but
Yeah, I was not a professional volleyball player. I'll just get that straight. Maybe golf or not volleyball.
and that's but you got to look. I mean, because a lot of these girls, whether it's Mississinewa, Madison Grant, Eastbrook, Oak Hill, they play for the Grant County Volleyball Club.
They do.
Or at Mississinewa.
Yeah, Lori's great, by the way. She's helped me a lot. You know, she was one of my teachers in high school. She's reached out a lot. We've got together a lot, and she's really kind of helped paint the picture of what it's going to be like.
Like a mentor?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, she's been great. She's offered to have us over to IUK to watch the girls come to practices. So I think she's been a huge help.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Elsons have always been.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
And I got big shoes to fill because I'm replacing Bob. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if I can handle it. It's a lot of pressure.
I think you can, man.
I think so, but I mean, he's an icon.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. So you got into coaching how? Where did this coaching bug come from?
Wow, that's a really good question. My grandpa was a really good basketball player at Eastbrook, back before it was Eastbrook. Okay, it was Van Buren High School back then.
Yep.
He was really good. So growing up, we were huge IU fans. We were always watching basketball. And then one day, Coach Everts, who was the high school coach when I was in school, said, "You have any interest in being a part of the program? You know, want to be a manager?" I played in middle school, played in elementary. It wasn't really my thing. I wasn't very good at it. I was a golfer, baseball player, so it's like, yeah, I'll give it a spin, see what happens. So I started out as a manager year one, really loved it. I was given a lot of responsibility, probably more than I probably should have been given as like a freshman and a sophomore, and then it turned into kind of like a graduate assistant my junior, senior year. Got to sit on the bench, got to help with some of the X's and O's. And then, you know, ever since then, I've been doing it since 2014. So
Wow.
it went from there. I've done 7th, 8th grade. I've done C team. I've done varsity assistant. I've coached a youth team. I mean, I've done all the levels other than be the head dog, which is a whole nother topic. But, I mean, it's just been something that I'm now accustomed to. I'm just used to doing it.
Is
Yeah,
that-
and you did it at 3 different schools.
I have. I've been at
Yeah.
3 different schools now. Eastbrook twice, Mississinewa now twice, and
That's some
Garrett.
experience.
It is, and I've worked for really 4 different guys now. Really, you could say 5. Coach Everts twice, Coach Allison twice, Coach Reed for a year, and then really Coach Young. I mean,
Right.
I got to give him a lot of credit
Yep.
because there were a lot of long nights where we'd be talking in his office about, what could make me better, what can I be doing differently. So I owe him a lot of credit too.
See, now that's, we mentioned J.J. Redick a minute ago. What about Dusty May? Where did he get his start?
He was an
student manager at IU?
He was a student manager for Bobby Knight at IU. Dusty May's my guy. I got to meet him this summer. He was down speaking at the IBCA Coaches Clinic. He is awesome, and I'm so happy to have him at Michigan. He's offered to have us up for practice.
Wow.
Like, he's just a class act. I love him. He's an Indiana guy. Of course, I'm a Hoosier fan, so that's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's good to have another Indiana guy in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Are you going to take him up on that offer?
I think so, yeah. I told Coach Brooks, I said, we got to find a way to get up there. I mean, we just have to do it.
Yeah.
Even Pat Kelsey at Louisville. And now all these coaches, they're open. They're like, hey, if you ever want to come to practice, just email us and we'll set it up. But, I think he was genuine. Like, he runs a lot of good stuff, some pick and roll stuff, and I think that's kind of where the game is going. So I think that we would be open to that idea of going up and catching a practice. So I'm for sure going to hold up to that offer.
Now, wait, you're saying the pick and roll's coming back?
It's coming back. It was big for a long time, and it kind of went away, and now we're kind of getting back to it. So
everything comes back around.
It does. The mullet's back in style,
know,
so it's the 80s coming back to life. I love it.
Conrad told me next week he's wearing tube socks up to his knees with short shorts.
That's right, and I heard you were growing the mullet. So
yeah, well, it's going to be a skullet. I can't grow hair. I can grow some bangs, man.
There you go. Yeah,
it's going to be just like a skin yarmulke looking thing.
I love it.
Yeah, so but no, I'm not going to do that.
That's great.
You mentioned Dusty May being, somebody that you could really look up to. I mean, there's another one right here in Grant County over at Indiana Wesleyan. Both of those varsity coaches for the basketball program are, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Coach Whaley's fantastic,
Man.
and so isn't Coach Tonigal. I've actually grown to have a pretty good relationship with Coach Clark, who's the assistant over there,
Yep, he's great too.
He's fantastic. They've always had an open door for us at Miss. If we ever wanted to go watch a practice, I know that Coach Allison, we would always take him up and go to 4 or 5 a year just to kind of learn. Yeah. We were just over there this past weekend for the Indiana Wesleyan shootout. We got to talk to those guys a little bit and hash it up. And you want to talk about one of the best coaches in Indiana basketball history. I mean, Coach Tonigal is getting to that level now with the continued success that he's built with his program. I mean, it's just pretty special to have somebody so knowledgeable literally in your backyard, you know. You could just text him up and be like, hey, can I come to practice? And he's like, yeah, let's do it.
Pretty much.
It's awesome.
And that's scary what Oak Hill's got coming up in a couple of years.
Next year the brothers are going to be together, and they're going to be a lot of fun to watch. Actually, the youngest Tonigal, he was playing for their JV, starting for their JV team this past weekend at the Indiana Wesleyan shootout, and he was tearing them up.
Things are going to get pretty interesting here.
They are.
Soon.
The county's going to be good. I mean, we talk about the conference. The conference is solid on the basketball side of things. Maybe not the other sports so much, but basketball, you've got Oak Hill state champion, Frankton state champion, Blackford was really good with Luke Brown. You've got a lot of continued success in our conference for the basketball side. It's very tough to win. I mean, what Mississinewa was able to do the last couple of years with winning the sectional and winning the conference that year, that is super important because it doesn't happen often because it's just so competitive.
Right.
So we would like to get it back to that standard. That's the whole idea with Coach Brooks coming in, his vision, and, Coach May, Coach Wilson, and whoever else is going to be involved. Like, that's the vision. We want to get back to greatness, and I think that we've got the right guy now in charge to make it happen.
Yeah. Brooks is another one that's high motor, high energy.
He's a diamond in the rough.
Attitude's contagious, and his attitude and vibe are just off the charts positive. He's just all around.
Yeah.
What was his saying, Teddy?
Hold the rope.
Toe the rope.
Hold the rope.
Hold the rope.
Yep.
Hold the rope. Excuse me, but I like that.
He's a diamond in the rough, man. He is so smart when it comes to the X's and O's. He was such a good player at Eastbrook back when he graduated in 2008 and then went on to play at Taylor, Just the dude knows the game so well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very, very knowledgeable.
Well, hopefully that
wife's on the girl
translates
staff,
to.
right?
Yeah, Jen coaches for the girls. She's the varsity assistant, and she's pretty good also.
Yep.
So
Sweet.
that's a basketball family. They got a daughter that's going to be an 8th grader that's really good. Jace is their son. He's going to be really good. So you got a basketball family for sure.
I like it, man. It's going to get interesting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, if we can see the energy that we've seen this past season upcoming,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year at Mississinewa.
It's an everyday thing. I mean, he brings that energy every day. If he feels good or if he feels bad, he's got that energy. You know, and it becomes contagious. The guys buy into that, and so don't your coaches. Your coaches buy into that too, and it's just a culture you want to build. So, I mean, he's learned from some really good people.
Look at his dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're learning from really a Hall of Famer in my eyes. I mean, he's one of the best to do it. So I just can't say enough about him. I'm just happy that I can even be a part of it. You know, I didn't know if that was even going to be an option coming back.
Yep.
So I'm just happy that he's willing to take a chance on me.
And something else that I think is pretty neat is so Coach Brooks' dad, you know, Steve's down there at Marion University in Indianapolis, and now on the other side of the building, you got Pat Knight coaching the guys now.
What a special, that is so good for the state of Indiana to have Coach Knight's son come back. You know, that's my biggest inspiration was Bob Knight. I know he gets a bad rap for a lot of the stuff he did, but like when I envisioned my program, I want it to be his, you know. I mean, not with all the bad things that came along with it, but just the attention to detail and the discipline that he provided for those kids. It's not like he was bringing in 5 stars, you know. He was bringing in average basketball players, sometimes really good ones, and he would make them these great players. Isaiah Thomas is a great example of that, you know. Really good player in high school, but, you know, is one of the best NBA players of all time, in my opinion, just because he was able to be so successful. I mean, you just look at the guys that...
He was left off the dream team.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad because he should have been on it, you know. But it's just cool to have Coach Pat Knight back in the state. You know, I definitely will be making it down to a Marion University basketball game. There's no doubt.
That'd be pretty awesome.
We might have to make that trip with you.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be neat to watch a guys and girls doubleheader like Indiana West does a few times a year.
Oh, yeah.
That'd
Catch
be cool.
2 Hall of Fame coaches in action, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. And Coach Knight, he's coached at high levels within Division I. I mean, head coach at Lamar. He was an assistant at IU for Bob. You know, he's got a lot of experience, and he's going to be able to get guys that come play for him, you know. He can sell that right there. Like, I've done it at the highest level. Come play for me. Like, that's all you got to say, right? I mean, I'd be going and playing for him. So...
Let's jump in the golf cart and go.
Yeah.
Let's go golfing, man.
Yeah.
So how long have you been golfing? Let's tee that up.
You know, I probably picked up a club when I was 3 or 4, and I've been playing ever since.
Wow.
I never really took it seriously until we got to high school, probably, but I kind of wish, if I look back on it, I would have spent a little bit more time out there because I could have been so much better. I'm better now than I was in high school just because I've been able to put more time into it and was actually able to invest in a good set of clubs. You know, my parents, it's not like they were super wealthy, so I had to use what I had, you know, hand-me-downs. So I've been doing it for a long time, you know. I thought it helped my golf game by playing baseball. I know a lot of people say, well, don't play baseball because it messes up your golf swing. I disagree. I think it's the same swing on a different plane.
Right.
So I really enjoyed, I did both at the same time, you know, and I became fairly successful. I mean, I'm not like Kyle Cunningham or anything, or Alex Corbin, but, you know, I was pretty good, so I'll take it. Yeah. That was my sport. I mean, if we're talking about my legacy at Miss, that's the legacy I left, so, yeah.
I am not, I wanted to be like, I'll go golfing a couple times with my buddies, but I hit it straight, not far. I used my grandfather's McGregor Golden Bears.
Oh yeah,
Real
old
woods.
School,
yeah. No carbon fiber or anything like that. No.
It's fancy, the stuff they come up with now. I mean, the technology is so advanced now. I'd love to see Jack Nicklaus use a set of clubs from today and play in his prime. You know, I love Tiger. He's my favorite golfer, but you give Jack Nicklaus the technology, and there's just no competition. I mean, he's the best to ever do it. But yeah, I mean, I love to play golf. I mean, it's something you can play your whole life.
Yeah, it's a lifelong sport.
I mean, I can do it forever. So.
Yeah, Teddy, you ever golf?
Once.
Putt doesn't count.
Yeah, as I say.
They had a scramble at work one time, and they taught me to doing it. Of course, they knew I never did it before, so, you know, get on the first hole, first tee. I know nothing better. My ball exploded.
Stop.
They got me.
Did they really?
I thought, man, I didn't know I was that strong. They're all back there cracking up. Just,
Oh, gosh, just a hooting and a hollering.
Hey, but Teddy is that strong, I'm telling you.
I believe it. Look at it.
He's
Sun's out,
jacked.
guns out, man. Come on. Yeah.
It could be clouds out. Guns out, so,
I love it.
Yeah. So I've told this story before, but Andy Varner was commissioner for Ole Miss Youth Sports.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to sneak in some free lessons. But he got me hitting the ball straight, and pretty much, you know, just me not trying to kill it and keeping my head down and at the ball, I can hit it straight.
Yeah.
Now, hit it far? No. But I can hit it straight.
Yeah, that's kind of my game. You know, I don't swing out of my shoes. I've got a very old school swing. You know, a lot of these guys are jumping off the ground to swing nowadays on the PGA Tour. You're never going to see that with my game. I'm very old school, 260 down the middle of the fairway, on the green, 2-putt, move on. I'd say, you know, the best attributes to my game, I'm really good off the tee and I'm really good on the green. You know, that in-between game is where I struggle.
Okay.
If I'm anywhere 120 to 160, I'm going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I'll hit the green, but I won't be in scoring range of like 10 feet. But I'll be on the green somewhere. But the putter, that's what saves me. I mean, I'm a really good putter.
Yeah.
When I was coaching golf, I mean, I don't go out there and play with the girls and the guys when I'm coaching. I chip and putt with them. You know, I let them play. I'm there to coach. I'm not there to play. I'm there to help them, and I just chip and putt with them. And we spend a lot of time on the practice green, so that's what I rep a lot of. So that's why I think I've kind of gotten
See,
good at
that's
that.
where I need help, Coach.
Yeah?
I need a lot of help because, you know, the hills.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you stick a windmill in front of that hole, I'll hit it.
Yeah?
I will.
Yeah.
Hole in one.
I know.
You'll do the Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that is
I'll ride the bull.
I've never done putt-putt before.
Really? Wait, what?
I know. Everybody
fun.
says that, well, you've been playing golf for so long, you've never done putt-putt. Well, we don't really have putt-putt around here, and I don't get out much because I'm always really busy.
Yep.
So I've never done it before.
Huh.
I want to go to one of those new Tiger Woods putt-putt courses that they've got around. They're starting to pop up in Florida and California and stuff like that. I mean, it looks legit.
That sounds like
It looks legit.
anything Tiger.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the best ever.
Yeah.
In the modern day, he's the best to do it.
Yeah.
See, like I would play Tiger Woods PGA
Oh, all the time.
on
All the time.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, but I would never really go out and golf.
No.
But
Yeah.
it's like I play FIFA on, you know, EA Sports FIFA, but I don't play. Trust me, look at me. Do I look like I play soccer?
Well, that's.
No.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, I'll play FIFA, I'll play NHL, but you're never gonna see me out running on the field. The only time if I'm running, you better be running because that means there's a problem. Okay, that's number one.
I like that.
And number two, you ain't gonna see me out there playing hockey, but I love it. You know, so.
That
yeah.
reminds me of a funny story, man. So we're setting posts for Backyard Builder, and the boss, he's like, "Hey, man, go cut that chain link post out." And I got a Sawzall. I'm just giving her hell, man. And I think it's sweat running down my neck, and I like slap at it, and then it just burns. There's a hornet's nest in that post, and they were just flying around my head, stinging me. I take off running. They're looking at me like, "What are you running for?" I mean, listen, dude, you would have been like, I bet Conrad was fast when he was young. I was
you were booking it. Yeah.
I was looking for a truck to jump in. All you seen was elbows and assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gone. I mean,
yeah.
They were like, "What are you running for?" And then they were like, "Ah." Then they started getting stuff.
I was gonna say, I always say, if you see me running, there's a problem. You better be running too. That's it. I'm not running.
I like it.
I got one speed, and it's turtle. Yeah, that's right.
That's my speed now. Man. I like that, man. You probably faster than me.
I don't know about all that.
We'll have to
race sometime.
Hey,
that'd be an episode. That's the podcast.
Right there. Chug a gallon of milk.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Yeah, man. So, when's the last time you went?
Oh boy, I used to be about a 4 or 5 time a week guy, and now I'm just once a month really. I'm too busy trying to get things in order with sports and my classroom here and this transition. And then I work out at the golf course, so a lot of times I'm there working instead of playing. So, I mean, there's nights where my group of guys get together and say, "Hey, you want to go golf?" And I haven't felt up to it. So, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the beautiful Indiana summer that we're about to have, you're going to want to be out there, man.
Yeah.
I've been thinking more and more about displaying those clubs and buying me some new ones.
Yeah. I think that'd be great.
Oh, is that funny, Teddy? Teddy's
well, you're sitting here saying displaying those clubs and buying some new ones. You're starting to get into it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, man. I mean, what better way to? I mean, there's worse hobbies I could be doing.
I'll
tell you what. I won't be race car. I won't be riding shotgun in a race car anymore.
You won't see me in a race car because I can't fit one. So that's just simple. I just won't be in one of those bad boys.
Just trust me, they had to squeeze me in.
Just a little plug here. Conrad's talking about race cars. You'll see the video for long.
Yeah, you'll see me shag ass out of that race car. Is what you'll see. I made it about 4 or 5 laps. I can't remember. It's not for me.
No,
Coach.
It's not mine.
It's not for me. I'm more the recliner watch race.
Mm-hmm. Indy 500. I love to watch it in the air conditioning.
Yeah, yes. Dude.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. Yeah. I'm not that guy who's like, "Hey man, I'm not Days of Thunder. I'm not Tom Cruise. No. I don't do my own stunts."
As I say, I'm not Tony Stewart. I'm not getting in a car.
Did you tell everybody we got a heckler over here, Conrad?
Oh,
there's a heckler in the audience tonight.
Yeah. We got Mr. Bishop behind us.
Oh yeah, he's sitting here giving us heck for it.
Yeah. We should have known.
You should have known.
Yeah.
Hey, now let's go back to baseball season this year.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
What a season!
Mississinewa, Eastbrook, Madison Grant, all
never been done.
Get to the regional.
Never been done before.
Madison Grant makes it semi-state game
for the first time ever.
Yeah, but they ran up against a juggernaut.
I was going to say they had a tough hill to climb, but you know what? Give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, definitely.
One of our buddies that we graduated with actually is the JV coach over there, Jalen Martin. So we got to be giving him a little bit of credit for that. I actually knew a little bit of the ins and outs of that Madison Grant program because at Eastbrook, when I was coaching last year, our freshman coach was Coach Scott Haley.
Right.
And he was the baseball coach over there for a long time. And he's kind of built that up. So, I kind of want to give him a little bit of credit for that too because, I mean, he kind of laid that foundation as we've talked about to get it where it needs to be. But you can't say enough about Coach Scott and what they did and Coach Stearns. I mean, what a blast that was. And I was getting over here just at the right time, you know, to where I could witness a lot of it. So Coach Scott's near and dear to our family because of Ryan and my brother are really good friends. So it's like we have always been really good family friends, and I know how much time he's put into it and all the years that he's done it and, with his dad passing and stuff, what a great way for him to be able to come together with his family and say, hey, we finally did it. And, he's putting it, it's not him, it's the kids. And he would say that because that's the kind of person he is. But I truly feel as though that he had something to do with it too. Because, I mean, you got to have a leader to get them there.
Right.
And I think that him and Coach Stearns have done just such a good job.
But talent wise, I mean, look that. What a 3-sport run these guys had. These seniors this year.
Yeah.
One of the most talented classes probably to ever come through the school. I mean, you look at all the accolades that they had for everything they've done.
Mm-hmm.
They really left their mark on the school.
Sure have.
The
Sure
whole
have.
class.
It's
Like
crazy.
40, I'm wanting to say between 43 and 45% of that class was like on the honor roll or
I
something
know.
like that.
It's pretty special.
Like, are
They're
you kidding me?
very special group, both academically and athletically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on girls and the boys' side. They had some
Yeah.
really good athletes
Right.
on
Yep.
both sides of it. And really, a lot of the programs have been benefiting. Tennis has been good on both sides. Basketball has been good. The girls' program's starting to come on the rise now, with the boys starting to get back where it was. Football's dominant. You've got all these teams that are just dominating right now, and I think that it's a great time to be involved in sports at Mississinewa.
Boys
And I
won
think-
soccer sectional.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I forgot about
yeah.
that. Coach were on the
Soccer.
soccer team.
Even
First time, it was the first time ever,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. And then, then Coach Varner, a previous
Yeah.
guest,
Yeah.
he qualified for the big state tournament himself.
I know.
Down there.
Yeah.
Next month, I believe it is.
Yeah. He was
So-
telling me he'd been practicing for it, because I was out there a lot on the golf course this spring, helping him out and stuff. And he's top 5, in my opinion. He's top 5 to ever do it here in this county.
county, yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
And there's been a lot of greats at Marion,
Oh, yeah.
but, I mean, he is the top 5 all-time golfer. I mean, he's pretty special.
Yeah.
Him and Eric Barnes, they're kind of right there. I'd put them in the same wavelength.
I'll tell you right now, like I said, I hit it straight. I wish I would have gotten a chance to learn this sport earlier. Ole Miss Youth Sports had a program, probably because of Mike Smith, but they got that program going, and there was some kids that got to hold a golf club that probably would never have.
Yeah.
At an early age, and hopefully they caught on. That first year we had, I can't remember, I think he was a 4th grader, hit a hole in one.
Really, I've never done that, so that's great.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it wasn't.
Well, yes.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he hit a hole in one, and I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "Hey, I've golfed for 25 years and never hit a hole in one. You're in 4th grade, hit a hole in one."
It's crazy, and I've seen hole-in-ones. I mean, I've witnessed hole-in-ones that are just insane. You would never think could even possibly be done. Like hole 8 at Arbor Trace, they hit it onto the cart path, and it ricocheted off the cart path and went into the hole. It's like,
Stop.
I swear, I've seen it live. I could not believe it. I was like, you get that lucky, and I hit it to 2 foot, and I can't get it to go in. It's like, come on. You got to have so much luck in the game of golf. Oh, yeah, I swear to you, it hit the side of the cart path, it ricocheted dead left onto the green, hit the pin, and went right into the hole. Couldn't believe it.
That's like lightning striking you.
It is.
There's probably even higher odds of that.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
Man, I'd call that a career.
Yeah. I would have put the clubs up, said, I'm done. No, I just did something that never could be done again,
Yeah.
I will say, you're talking about getting the youth involved in golf. The PGA Tour and just professional golf in general, I think is it's the best sport that gives back to the community. The PGA they're philanthropists, essentially. They give so much back to the communities in need, and getting kids involved in golf to hopefully keep them from doing bad things when they get older, give them a good hobby to do instead of doing something silly on the streets. The PGA has been fantastic about giving back, and I love the smaller communities like Arbor and the YMCA have paired together before to do a kids clinic that I've helped with in the past. Coach Varner has a lot to do with that. He's been super involved. We just giving back to the community is everything, I think. I mean, getting kids involved in athletics is huge. It's so much better than staring at a screen all day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
doubt about
get
it.
kids involved.
Yeah, I think the generation of it, you see it changing all the time.
Yes.
Like I never asked, like, hey, Savannah, would you like to play? I'm like, hey, you got practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I never asked. I never asked her if she wanted to play basketball, if she wanted to, play soccer. Well, she didn't. I never put her in soccer. That was Andrea Wilson that got her doing that.
She's great, by the way.
Andrea?
She's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
She's a saint.
I can't even speak enough about that lady.
Yeah.
She is remarkable. Great coach, great person.
Yes.
Great role model.
Oh, absolutely.
And just goes all out all the time.
Yes, she does.
So, but yeah, like nowadays they ask kids, and I'm like, you can't ask them. They're not old enough to form an opinion. If that child tells you no, and they've never played that sport, it's because they never had a chance to play that sport.
That's right.
I mean, T-ball, dude, 50 kids chasing after one infield ball.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, those are memories.
Well, in my opinion is, and I don't have kids, so I don't know. And I don't want kids, so I don't know that I'll ever know. But, like,
you don't want them yet.
I don't want them yet, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah,
but, like, right now in my life, it's a no. Hard no. But, like, they should try them all before they tell you, hey, I like it or I don't. Like, at least try it. If you don't like it, I'm not going to make you do it.
Right.
But at least try. You can't, like you said, you can't tell me you don't like it unless you at least go and attempt to do it.
Yeah, you got to put that attempt in.
Like, if I ever had kids, like, yes, you're playing basketball. Yes, you're going to do football. If you don't like it, then great. I'm never going to make you do it again. But you got to at least try.
And finish it.
And at least finish the season. I dislike so much when kids say, well, I'm not liking it, so I'm done. Well, once you commit to something, you're going to do it until it's over, and then you can be done and not do it next year.
I feel like that's part of character building, instilling some kind of integrity amongst.
Yes.
It's getting lost, I think, but
it's far gone.
We could go into a whole parenting.
Yes.
But I'll tell you right now, nothing did more for my child than sports and having great mentors. We were very lucky that the administrators here at Mississinewa did such a great job with not just her, but so many kids reaching out and making sure that, hey, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But we're going to be here to support you.
Yeah. I mean, nobody said life was easy.
It's not.
And we do have some great people in this community. I mean, there are some great people that work for this school corporation, which is one of the main reasons why my dream all along was to be a teacher here, be a coach here. And, finally I'm getting to come back. And I always told, Mr. Quaderer and Mrs. Resch, like, I want to serve the community that got me where I am today. Like, I look at myself and say, I was fairly successful. Like, I am fairly successful as I sit here. I want to be an avenue for kids to be as successful as I was, if not more successful. Like, I want my kids to be so successful that they forget about me when they're big time, So, like, I'm so happy to be back and be able to hopefully be an outlet for those kids to have a chance to be successful. Like, I think that's the beauty of teaching. I think that's the beauty of coaching. You get to impact people's lives daily.
True. And
I just think it's super powerful.
we're glad to have you back. And it's great you're this excited.
I appreciate it.
But like Conrad touched on, the administration,
they're great.
the teachers, the coaches. I think we've got the best in place.
We do.
In each spot right now.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's only going to make a difference in these kids' lives.
You know what? Speaking to that, I had a person tell me today that they wish they could be here and be in charge, like run the school, because how great we are. You know what I mean? Like, there are people on the outside looking in saying, this is a great place and I want to be here.
Wow.
So it speaks volume to people when you get Dr. Lindsay, who's coaching at Eastern. We went over there for practice day and he was like, I want to be there.
Wow.
Like, he said, you guys got something special. He said, you guys are the best in the county. I don't think he would mind me saying this. Like, you've got something special, so keep doing it. you know, and we do. We have something so special here, and we're together, and we all have the same vision.
Josh, thank you so much for taking the time
Yeah.
today, man. We appreciate you stopping in and rejoining the Mississinewa family.
I think he's staying this time.